there. Welcome to the live stream. I just need to click go live on Instagram. And here we go. So this is the first time live on Instagram, so that's great. This is fun. Okay, here we are, live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So we are going to be talking about, is it an easy yes to this question that I'm going to share with you, or do you need to walk away? So what I'm going to share with you is the question that if you can't say yes to this question, you may need to walk away from him, whether you're dating, whether you're moving from dating into a relationship, or if you have actually started a relationship with somebody and you are just not quite sure whether to stay or go. So if you don't know me, I'm Naomi Thompson. I'm a dating and relationship coach, and I am here for you if you are an accomplished woman who is ready to attract and keep the love of her life. Even if you are already in a relationship, you can turn that relationship around. So here's the question. If you can't say yes to this one question, you may need to walk away. And that question is this man showing me with his consistent actions that he wants to be a good partner and be in a committed relationship? Is this man showing me with his consistent actions that he wants to be a good partner and be in a committed relationship? It seems like a really, really simple question. But actually, this is a really important question. So I would love for you to follow me. If you're on YouTube, follow me, Instagram, follow me. And if you're on YouTube, click the bell icon and you'll get notified when I go live. This is live, so you will be able to ask me questions. I think from Instagram, you cannot ask questions, unfortunately. But if you want to pop over to YouTube, come on over to my channel at Naomi Thompson, and you will be able to pop your questions in. So, a man who is ready for a committed relationship and he really wants that relationship with you, he will leave you in no doubt. You won't feel confused. It feels really clear. Doesn't mean you're never going to feel anxious, doesn't mean you are never going to feel needy at times or insecure, because sometimes we just feel those feelings, even if someone's doing all the right things. But that's our stuff. That's our stuff to process. However, a man who is really interested in you, he wants to move the relationship forward, he's ready for the kind of relationship you want, will leave you in no doubt of his intentions and will leave you in no doubt of his feelings for you. But if you are unsure, like, is the man who is in my life now, whether dating or in a relationship with, is he showing me with his consistent actions that he wants to be a good partner and be in a committed relationship? If your answer to that is, I'm not sure, or he was a great partner, he's been in a marriage, he has been in a committed relationship before, a man may be absolutely capable of committing, or this man has committed in the past, but that doesn't mean he will do it now. It doesn't mean he will be able to do that with you now. So what I would say is pay far less attention to a man's words and pay far more attention to a man's actions. What you want to do is notice if his words and his actions line up. Now, the exception to this is if a man says, I am not looking for a committed relationship. Then, my darling, you just have to listen to his words, like 1,000,000% listen to his words. I think I'm realizing on Instagram, you can post comments and I think I will see them separately. So if you have any questions, please do post those questions and do pop like a like or a heart so I know you're there. I've just started these lives, so I really want them to be really useful for you. and you can get to ask me any questions you like. So really, you want to pay less attention to what a man is saying unless he is clearly telling you he does not want a committed relationship. In that case, he may be saying he doesn't want that, but he may also be spending lots of time with you. He may well be having sex with you. He may well be wanting to hang out with you. So that may feel boyfriendy. That may start to feel like a relationship. But if he is clearly with his words saying to you, I really like you, but I'm not looking for a committed relationship, then his words and actions are not lining up. His words are saying he doesn't want a relationship. His actions are being a little bit relationshipy. In that case, you've got to listen to the words. Absolutely 100%. But in many instances, a guy might say, yeah, I'm looking for a committed relationship. I want to see, get to know someone, see how it goes. I really want marriage one day, really want to start a family one day, really want, he may be saying that he wants what you want, and he may genuinely be feeling that. However, if his actions are not lining up, like if he is not moving the relationship forward, if you've been together a year and a half, he's not talking about moving in together. He's not. And when you bring it up, maybe he's saying, well, let's go with the flow, or I'm not sure what I want. You really need to see that you need to pay attention to his actions. Another way a man can show you with his consistent actions that he wants to be a good partner and be in a committed relationship is that he will devote time to the relationship. So if you have an experience at the moment, and you are unclear about what's happening because maybe his words and actions are not lining up, ask yourself, is he devoting time to the relationship? Men will invest in what they value. That could be financial investment. That could be by organizing dates, buying you flowers, paying for dates. He may well invest his time and his energy in something he values. Is he devoting time? Do you feel he may have children, he may have his work, but do you feel that getting to know you is a priority for him? These are really important questions for you to ask yourself, because otherwise you may do what I used to do, which was really enjoy the attention I was getting from someone, get turned on by that attention, and then I would find myself hoping that he would want the kind of relationship I want. Or even if he seemed like he didn't, I would be the one that would win him over. So asking yourself these questions is going to be really incredible for you to get clear. Actually, he might be a really nice guy, but are his words and actions lining up? Hi to everyone who's arrived. Please just pop a heart or a comment or a like so I know you're here and I know what I'm saying is making sense to you and is landing with you. And we are live, so please pop your questions in the comments section and I will get to them. Another way you can really start getting clear and be able to discern, is he someone who wants to be a good partner and be in a committed relationship, is for you to not focus solely on his good qualities. Now, I stayed in a relationship back in my 20s for far longer than I should have, because he's just such a lovely guy. And he kind of had this really cute way of dancing when we went out to clubs. And, he, uh, you can't build a life with someone because they have a cute way of dancing and a lovely smile. And maybe they make great bolognese. It's actually, yes, he can be a lovely human, but he doesn't have to be your human. And it's the things that someone showing you consistently, when you share with them how you feel about something, when you share with them that something doesn't feel comfortable to you, or that you are feeling, you miss him, or there's something that you really love doing, and he is not following through on any of those things, or he is not cherishing your feelings, or he's not seeking to really understand, or he's not able to show up to the tricky conversations where maybe you set a boundary. He can make the best bolognese in the world, have the loveliest smile, be great in bed, but if he's not good partnership material, then your life together is not going to be happy. You're going to feel dissatisfied. So really, these things seem really simple, but actually asking yourself these kind of questions is really profound, actually, because discernment is so important. Having the skill of discernment. How can you discern if a man is a right man for you? If you really want to learn more, I have drop a message in the comments just saying deep connected. I have a program called Have the Deep Connected Love You Dream Of. It's the foundation of really everything I do. It's the first program I made, and I absolutely love it. And you will get so clear on how relationships work and the patterns in relationships. You get tools and practical steps to stop doing all the things that are pushing away the kind of love you really want, and learn instead how to attract that love you want, and also how your feelings can get you really the kind of relationship you want. And if you've been in my world for long enough, you're going to really know I'm all about feeling and feminine energy and expressing that. And you will absolutely learn in that program how to express and communicate your deepest feelings. If you're on YouTube, I'd pop the link in the description. So I am going to take some questions. But before I do, I just really want to say is that being able to discern if a man is the right partner for you requires you to be able to process all of the emotions and to be able to catch yourself about to leap into your old habits. When you can catch yourself and have an understanding, like raise your awareness of your old habits, of your old patterns, then your nervous system is going to be calmer. Because when we are in reaction mode and we are chasing the unavailable guys, we're pushing away the nice guys, the great guys who could give you the really wonderful relationship. You're not in control of you. You're not in charge of you. But being able to catch yourself about to react in a automatic kind of way, then you will then be able to more deeply discern, is this the right relationship for me? And thank you, Vicky, for putting that on Instagram. I've seen your comments. So actually, people can leave comments on Instagram and I will see them, which is fantastic. So if you weren't here at the beginning, if you can't say yes to this one question, you may need to walk away. And the question is this man showing me with his consistent actions that he wants to be a good partner and be in a committed relationship? If he isn't, you, my darling, may need to walk away. And if he is, awesome. Notice when you want to pull away from him. Notice when you want to shut down the intimacy because you feel overwhelmed or you feel crowded or you feel like, it's too much. It's being all too much. Notice that's just you getting used to this new level of intimacy with a guy who is capable of getting close, who's capable of relationship. So, my loves, I want to take your questions. Please do pop your questions in the comment box, either wherever you're watching from. And I'm just going to answer this question I have got here. Naomi, I was contacted by a man on a dating app. He asked me a few questions, told me a bit about himself. I responded in kind, answering about and asking him a few questions about himself and the area he lives in, as I'll be moving there. He replied very briefly, answering just one of the questions I'd asked. And he asked how I was. I feel confused and disappointed. How would you suggest dealing with this? Because I don't feel inspired to reply to him. Okay, first off, I would notice your reaction there. Notice how triggered you got by just one little interaction. Notice how, whether you got annoyed with him, whether you found yourself judging him, coming to conclusions about him. And let's just get some more resilience. You know, stuff happens. Let's learn to manage our triggers. So, all a guy did was gave you a small answer. Now, you may not feel inspired to reply to him, but what I would say is match a man's energy. If a guy's energy is really coming towards you, and in on a dating app, that might look like he's asking you questions, he's messaging you. He's not just giving you one word answers. He's not just waiting for you to ask the questions, but he's actually giving you more energy and attention and effort, then match that with him and give him that effort. If he's being very, very minimal, then just be really minimal. What's going to scupper you here is if you are, what's going to scupper you is if you're getting triggered and getting annoyed with him and getting really upset. That is going to start to cause you problems because you're going to be so full of your annoyance, you're going to be so full of all of that you're not going to be able to just let it be water off a duck's back and move on. So if a guy is quite minimal with you, just be minimal with him. It's really no biggie. But remember, if you can have the attitude that he's not out to get you, he's not out to, he's not doing anything intentionally. It just might be he's a bit clueless when it comes to dating. It may be he's got a ton of other conversations going on. Either way, either just let someone go with love. Everyone on here is looking for some kind of a connection, and it may not be the connection you're looking for. But just be careful what you let into your energy. If you let annoyance, the judgment, the opinions, frustration get into your energy, you will get tired and you will get burnt out with dating. And I don't want that for you. So if anyone has any more questions, please do pop them in the chat, and do send me either in the DMs or the comments. Just put Deep Connected and I will send you the link to that program. It's just a really great program that's going to give you the real fundamentals of this work, and it's going to really help you. And I'll pop the link to it on the YouTube. Also, if you don't already have my free audio training, get that. Get my free audio training. And I'm about to record a free feminine energy meditation. You'll get that as well. I'll email that to you. But so no more questions. Loads of love, everybody. I'm here every Wednesday for the Wednesday love stream. I'm building this up slowly. If you know anyone who could really do with getting some help and support with their love life, send them over to this Wednesday love stream. I'll be here on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and I would love to take your questions. But if no one has any questions for me right now, I will see you all next week. Bye-bye.